So this now is the Starting a Healthy Lifestyle segment. We're going to start the segment off hearing from Monet of Curls and Mo, the green smoothie queen, amongst other things. And so we're going to start off the segment with her, and then at 4:30, Natural Nicole is going to join, and she's going to share some of her information as well. So again, if you're watching this in Google Plus, you see on the right-hand side, there are your links. If you would like to donate, please donate. This is a fundraiser. So go on and drop a few coins for a couple of good causes. If you're watching on YouTube, the links are in the description box, so you can go to the description box there. If you have questions, same thing. Leave your questions, tweet your questions. Now we're going to start with Monet. Tell us about yourself.
Hi, everyone.
And show us what you're wearing.
Okay, so I'm wearing a t-shirt. It says natural since eating organic, and I have on black leggings because I'm home. But you should have warned me, because if I didn't have on bottoms, then that might have been a problem, but whatever.
I had a few people who wasn't going to stand up.
So, yeah, I have on my Natural Since Eating Organic t-shirt, obviously, because it's fitting. And my name is Mo, as you said. I blog at CurlsnMo.com. I have YouTube, Instagram, all those great things. But my focus since last January 2013, has been eating healthier and starting down the path of a healthier lifestyle. So for me, I'm currently vegetarian, which means I don't eat any poultry, I don't eat any seafood, I don't eat anything with legs, I don't eat anything that swims. That's just a personal thing. It's not a religious thing. And I've been full-blown vegetarian since like the end of June of this year. Back in college, I was pescatarian, which means you do eat seafood along with vegetables. And I did that for about 2 years. It was cool, but it was hard because I lived at home. That said, two of the main things that I think people struggle with when they want to live a healthier lifestyle is dealing with the time and the cost. And I want to share a couple of things with you guys today that could help you kind of navigate through those two obstacles and come out, with the result that we all want, which is to live a healthier lifestyle. So, Jonna, I don't know if you have like specific questions for me.
No, I don't have any specific questions. You can just roll, or if you want, I can ask you some questions now.
Okay, so I'm just going to start because I did have a couple of key points.
Yeah, you go right ahead, and I'll see if anybody has questions, or I think of questions, I'll ask them.
Okay, perfect. So I think that I want to start with a few key pointers on how you can start on, your journey, and like how you can become healthier and live a healthier lifestyle. There's a few different things that you can do. For me, I am very unapologetic about the decisions that I make in my life because they are what suits me. So I think that if you want to start living a healthier lifestyle, you have to be open with it, and you have to tell people that that's what, you're doing. You can't make plans with your friends and decide to go out to eat at a restaurant that doesn't really offer vegetarian options or vegan options. If you want people to respect what you're doing and also acknowledge what you're doing, you have to be open and honest with yourself. So the first thing that I have done is I've told everyone in my life. So when I went to visit family a few months ago in South Carolina, my family's from the South, so we eat all that good stuff, like chitlins and you guys know. But I had to tell them, like, I don't eat those things. So they made sure that there were options there available for me. And that was really important because it showed, one, that they loved me and they acknowledged, the journey that I'm on, but also that they wanted me to be happy. They wanted to accommodate me. And what you will find is that if people aren't willing to embark on this path with you, they will at least try to help you in your journey. Another thing that I think is really important is to take very small steps. So if it's really hard for you, if you're the type of person who eats like McDonald's for, most of your meals, try packing your lunch, or try waking up a little bit earlier and making breakfast at home so that you're not always eating on the go. A lot of times, because food is fast, that means that it's not prepared with the love and care that we would prepare it with at home. That also means that it's packed with a lot of extra things that we don't necessarily want, sodium and, you know, high sugar and things like that. Now, I'm not saying don't eat McDonald's. I'm not like one of those people who's like, don't do this and don't do that, because if I said I don't eat bad things, like Doritos, the ones in the purple bag, that is like my thing, and I try so hard not to eat them, but I do. So, you know, it's all about moderation. You know, if you think that like it'll be hard for you to just cold turkey cut something completely out of your diet, start with baby steps. If you know that you don't eat enough vegetables, start incorporating the vegetables into your meals one by one. So maybe you're not going to eat greens with every single meal, but maybe you'll eat them for dinner, or maybe you'll make sure like your breakfast is a green smoothie, which I'm going to go over a couple of steps on that. That's a really good way to start introducing good things into your diet and also help you with your journey. Another thing that I think is really important is to bring your family and your close friends along with you. So aside from making sure that people accommodate you, I think it's easier when you have people surrounding you who you love and care about, who are also doing what you're doing. So like my mom, she just flat out told me I'm not drinking green smoothies. Like, it's just not happening. Like, she told me that. And while it did upset me a little bit at first, I had to understand that, you know, this type of lifestyle and this journey that a lot of us are on now is not necessarily something that our like other generations or generations before us can completely understand and comprehend. So what I have done is I've started teaching her, you know, the benefits of living healthy and having a healthy lifestyle. So now she's not going to drink green smoothies with me, and that's fine for now because I'm still working on her. But she has started eating oatmeal for breakfast. And this is huge because my mom is the type of person that's just like, she eats what's good. She eats what tastes good. She eats what she likes, and that's it. But when she told me, like, no, now I eat this for breakfast and I eat this for breakfast, I think that you know, it was like, it was amazing to me because it made me feel like, okay, I might not be getting her exactly where I want her, but I've started her down the road so that she can start making some better choices for herself. And in turn, my younger sister will see her making these choices and these changes and will also do the same thing. A lot of times people are very hesitant and don't necessarily understand how they can live a healthier lifestyle on a budget. And for me, I'm very frugal. A lot of people say that I'm cheap, and that's fine with me. You can call me whatever you want as long as I have money in the bank. I'm cool. So what I do is, you know, a lot of people, when I first started this journey and I didn't realize that there were different options, I went to Whole Foods. Whole Foods is so expensive. So obviously, if you're basing your entire like 3 to 4 meals a day, including your snacks and all those things, on a Whole Foods budget or a Whole Foods shopping, it's going to be ridiculously expensive. So one thing that I've done is I go to Trader Joe's more often. Trader Joe's has the foods that are also organic, non-GMO, free-range meats if that's what you eat, and the prices are so much more reasonable. So I definitely recommend Trader Joe's or like another store that's comparable to Trader Joe's over Whole Foods. Another thing that you can do is you can buy local. So you can go to like the farmer's market. The farmer's market here in New York it's hard because obviously it would be seasonal, and during the winter we're not going to have like full-blown farmer's markets that we can go to. But if you live in like somewhere that has like, you know, warmer climate, definitely go to the farmers markets and see what they have, because a lot of times you'll find a lot of fresh produce that you can incorporate into your meals and into your green smoothies at a really good price. And in line with that, what you can do is if you find something at a really good price, you can freeze it. So you can like take the produce, make sure you wash it, cut it up however you see fit, and then, you know, put it in Tupperware and store it away in the freezer. Wait, did I date myself by saying Tupperware? Probably, but what you want to make sure you do is you make this as easy as possible for yourself. So you definitely want to utilize the frozen fruit section. A lot of people don't realize, especially stores like Trader Joe's, they have an array of frozen fruits. So what I'll do when I make my green smoothies is, if it's like I said, winter and I can't really do, I'll buy like the berries. I think they have like a berry mix at Trader Joe's. I'll buy frozen pineapples, frozen strawberries, a lot of different things that you can use to incorporate into your smoothies. So, Jonna, are there any questions from anyone before I continue rambling?
I don't see any just yet. Wait a minute. Let me see. Oh, Mama Day says hi.
Hi.
Let me see if there's any questions. A lot of people aren't really asking questions. They're just like, yes,
Maybe
honey, you are
comments.
giving me life. Aaron says you're spitting knowledge on healthy eating.
Thank you.
So now I know you mentioned green smoothies, and that's kind of on trend, for a lack of a better word. It's a good trend, sort of like going natural with your hair. It's like one of those trends, meaning that it's gaining popularity, and it's a good thing. It's a trend we want to stay.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I see some crazy green smoothie recipes. People are putting all this stuff in it.
Yeah.
Like chia seeds, no shade to chia seeds, but and maybe I was in the wrong place. But when the little teeny bag like this was like $30, I was like, so I'm not putting chia seeds in my smoothie. Like, I don't care how good it is for me, it's just not gonna happen. So tell us like some basic green smoothie recipes that anybody anywhere, no matter where you live, and how some places it's easier to find like a variety of fruits and vegetables, and then some places they're sparse. So tell us some like basic green smoothie recipes that pretty much anybody can make, like your kid could put it in a blender.
Okay, so it's hard to give a specific recipe only because blenders vary. But I will say that if you're a very, very beginner and you're not sure if you even want to do it, you can pick up some of the like pre-made green smoothies. For a while, Starbucks was selling the naked drinks, and we've come to learn that the naked drinks are not healthy for us. There was actually a class action suit. I, as well as a lot of other people, collected money from that class action, and it wasn't a lot of money. Like, it was less than $10. But the point is, I personally do not recommend those. And while I'm not, and I should have given this disclaimer before, I'm not a professional, I'm not a doctor or any of those things, but I know when something isn't good, and it goes, before the judge, and there's a class action suit, and they're saying this is not good for you because this company claimed this and it's not true, we want to stay away from that. So naked, I do not recommend. That's just personal. That's my thing. I would recommend the Bolt House drinks, and Bolt House is sold at most supermarkets. I think Target carries them as well. They have two different ones. They have one that's called Simply Greens, which is like there's apples in it and there's vegetables in it, and then there's another one that I can't remember the name of, but it's more hardcore. So the Simply Greens one is a bit sweeter. So if you want to try it, I would recommend trying those. I actually have them in my fridge now. Like, sometimes when I don't have time, I just drink some of that, and it's fine. But what I would recommend is knowing the basics about green smoothies. I can't really give you a recipe only because blenders vary. Personally, sometimes I'll use my Ninja blender, which obviously could hold a lot more than my single serve. A lot of people like the Magic Bullets and the NutriBullets, and those are great, but I find that since they're a bit pricier, that's another reason why people hesitate. So another alternative, which I don't have in front of me, and I'm sorry for that, is the Hamilton Beach single serve blender, which they sell at Target. They sell it on Amazon. It's like $14. I have one of those, and when I'm in a rush and I don't want to, pull out my Ninja, I'll use that, and it's really simple for on the go. Now, I will say that because I use it so frequently, I can tell you breakdowns of like how much of this and how much of that. Like, normally I'll put like a cup or 2 cups of spinach in it. I'll put a cup of whatever my liquid is, and then I'll put in like maybe half a cup of fruit, and I'll blend it, and I'm good to go. All of those things will fit nicely into the single serve blender, and that's fine. But if I'm using my Ninja, like I said, things vary. But what you want to keep in mind is the components of the green smoothie, which is like more important. To just understand like what you're putting into it and realize it doesn't have to be elaborate. Like you said, John, it really doesn't have to be elaborate. What you want is you want a base. The base can be any liquid. I use coconut water normally. I would say don't use the Goya, because the Goya, and there's a couple of other brands that have really high sugar. I would say the Vita Coco is really good. There's a few of them that are in the cardboard. The ones that are in the cardboard containers are normally much lower in sugar and much more natural. So I tend to use those. They're definitely pricier. Like I went to the market today and I saw the Goya was like $4 for $5, and the Vita Coco was like $2 for $9. So I mean, obviously you pay for what you get and you get what you pay for. So for me, I didn't pick up the Vita Coco. I picked up one that was comparable, but I steered clear of the Goya because we don't want the added sugar. There's no, if you're trying to eat healthy, you want to be as healthy as possible. So coconut water is a good alternative. Almond milk. Soy milk. Some people use straight water. I've used apple juice before. It all depends on what you like. But I will say that the thicker the consistency of the liquid, the thicker the shake will be. So if you want your green smoothie to be really thick, some kind of milk is nice. You want to add a fruit and you want to add a vegetable. That's it. You can add several vegetables. You can add kale. You can add spinach. Some people there's a lot of different greens that you can use, but most people use spinach. If you add your spinach in and then you add like, 1/3 or 1/2 the amount of the green you use is how much fruit you should use. You shouldn't be adding like 3 cups of fruit and like a handful of spinach, because that kind of defeats the purpose, because again, fruit is high in sugar as well. So a lot of these people are saying, I'm healthy, I'm drinking smoothies, and their smoothies consist of bananas and berries, and that's great because you are picking a healthier alternative. But if we're going to do it, we're going to do it all the way. We go hard or we go home. So what you want to do is you want to 1/2 cup of fruit, 1/3 of a cup of fruit, jam that blender with greens and blend it up, and you're good to go. It might not be the most delicious thing, but it'll take you 3 minutes. 3 minutes of your entire day, and the health benefits are out of this world.
I know some people are concerned about adding the green, and not just because of the color, but they're afraid of how it's going to taste. And I know that different greens lend a different taste. So talk about like the most popular, I guess like the most popular would be like spinach, kale, etc. And like a little bit of how the taste may change, and how if somebody is trying something and they don't like the taste, is there something that they can do to kind of cover up the taste, or what?
Okay, so an alternative to the greens would be something like this, which I think you've tried, Jonna, the wheatgrass by Amazing.
I have. Yeah. And I definitely noticed the taste.
It's nice because it's a powder, and it's a powder that you leave, it comes with a scoop, and it's a powder you leave in the refrigerator. So if you want to just add this as your green, then you can try that too, and you won't have what comes along with the greens, which is like the chunkiness sometimes. If you don't have a blender with a really sharp blade, you might get a consistency that's kind of chunky, and you find that you're chewing your smoothie instead of drinking your smoothie, and that's a turn off for people a lot of times. The kale is the kale is harder. And I don't mean harder as in harder. I mean harder as in to drink. A lot of people do not like the taste of kale. And I know a lot of people do not like I know I saw you eating the kale chips during Vlogmas, and it's an acquired taste. Like, if you don't like it, you don't like it, and that's fine. But try different things. One thing that I have used before to kind of like camouflage the taste or, help with it is I'll add agave. And a lot of people use honey, but I think agave is better because the overall breakdown of the ingredients. What I do a lot of times is I'll compare things. I'll go in the market and I'll hold up a bottle of honey, and I'll hold up a bottle of agave. I'll look at the serving size, and I'll look at the breakdown And you can look at it for yourself. If you want to use honey, go for it. Don't use sugar. Don't use pure sugar. If you don't like the taste, you can add a little bit more, like bananas, because bananas is really sweet. Bananas are really sweet, and they're a nice way to kind of camouflage the taste of the fruit. But I definitely would recommend agave and bananas.
Now well, why is that bad? So like there's a lot of the blah, 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 pure cane sugars out there. Is that okay, or is it just that you don't want to use like the white, processed sugar?
Well, I personally try not to use the white processed sugar, the white processed anything, because we know the nutritional value of white rice versus green rice is just, I mean green rice, white rice versus brown rice is just, there is no nutritional value. So we do want to stay away from the white processed things. But we don't want to add sugar to our green smoothie because, again, the whole point is to be healthy. And sugar is just not good for us. It makes you gain weight. It makes you keep weight. It's just, overall, it's not good for you. It's not good for us. I know it's not good for me. I put it in my coffee, and that's fine. We're not going to talk about that. But we want to stay as healthy as possible.
We won't judge you.
So if you want to add something a little bit sweet and kind of take away from that bitterness, just add a little agave or a little honey.
Now, would you suggest, I know we kind of focus on the green smoothie, but I just got questions. I know a lot of people, like I said, because it's getting so popular, people have questions. So would you use a green smoothie as a meal replacement?
Yes.
Or like a part of a meal? Or like, I know for me, sometimes I would make it as a part of my breakfast. So I would make that, but then I would also have oatmeal. Should people use it as a meal replacement? And if so, like, do they need to be adding protein to it? Like, if they want to make that green smoothie a one-stop shop, what do you suggest?
Okay, well, you can use it as a meal replacement. For me, I have done that before, and it works totally fine. I wouldn't use the out of the bottle drinks as a meal replacement, but like you were saying, the add-ons are great. You can add flaxseed meal, you can add coconut oil, you can add raw oats. And those kinds of things have fiber in them, so they'll keep you full for longer, and they'll also make you feel like, kind of curb the hunger a little bit, so you don't feel as hungry as the morning wears on. But, I think people forget, a lot of times we say, oh, we should have 3 meals a day, and that's it. I'm a huge snacker. If you guys follow me, you saw that I was getting the Earth box, and now I'm getting Conscious box, so I'm always snacking on stuff. What I try to do is I try to get snacks that are healthier. So I'm going to eat the Greek yogurt with the almonds and a little bit of honey because I love ice cream. So that's one of my healthy alternatives. That would be a snack for me. So if I drink a green smoothie in the morning that I've added spinach, a little bit of fruit, and I've added the oats, that's going to keep me full. If I drink it at 9 a.m., it's going to keep me full till about 11:30. And by that time, you should be eating like a handful of almonds and trying to figure out what you're going to have for lunch. So that's perfectly fine. But you have to remember that it's not something that's going to happen overnight. If you feel hungry, drink some water. A lot of times people neglect to drink water, and a lot of times people forget that water, oftentimes when we think we're hungry or we feel like we're hungry, it's our body telling us that we need something else. It doesn't have to be food. Drink water, you'll feel full for a little bit longer. And one tip is to always carry a bottle of water with you. I don't think enough people carry bottles of water with them, and that means we don't drink enough water throughout the day. You're muted, Jay. Wait a minute.
I keep forgetting. I know that's one thing that I've heard also, that if you feel hungry, you should drink like a glass or 2 of water. And then if you still feel hungry like 20-30 minutes later, then you probably are really hungry. You probably do need to really eat something. But a lot of times it's the dehydration, and we're reading it as hunger. So that's a really good tip too. So Nicole, are you ready? Thank you, Mo. That was awesome. Are you gonna stick around?
One thing, I am going to stick around, but one thing I want to add is if you guys are interested in any green smoothie recipes or healthy recipes in general, I do have like a starter sheet and a couple things on Pinterest. So you can check out my Pinterest board for green smoothies. It's pinterest.com/CurlsnMo. And it gives you a whole list of like things you can try, recipes you can try. So thank you for having me, though.
If you tweet that out, I'll retweet it.
Okay.
Tweet out the link. Oh, thank you for joining. I appreciate it. Get your green smoothie on, guys. Like green smoothies they're really good, and it's a great way to sneak. It's a great way to sneak that green goodness into your life. I actually have my husband. He makes his own green smoothie.
Good.
He saw it at Return of the Curls in North Carolina. He came with me. He was on the men's natural hair panel, so he and oh my gosh, her name is what is that child's name? She's in New York. Yardley.
Oh, Yardley.
From My Life is Yardley. She was doing a beauty foods class, and so she made a green smoothie, and then they kind of passed the samples to like a few people that were sitting in the front. And it was very simple. I think it was almond milk, bananas, frozen blueberries, and spinach, and I think that was it. He literally on the way home, he was like, so when we get home, we need to go to the grocery store and get
that's awesome.
And that was last year, and I'm like, are you trying to make beauty smoothies? I'm not understanding. But he was like, no, it tastes really good, and blueberries are high in antioxidants, so he was all for it. And ever since then, that was last summer. Ever since then, we have been have been making smoothies, and so now we do the wheatgrass.
Good.
Add that in, and you really I can really tell a difference. I think people don't think that they're going to be able to tell the difference once they start adding that green to their smoothie. You will know when you go a day or two without it.
Exactly.
And then you're like, oh snap. I can tell a difference. Like, I'm not as peppy as I was a couple days ago. I don't have the energy. I'm groggy. I'm in a bad mood, I said, okay, so evidently that works. When people don't get caught up, if you first start something healthy and you don't immediately start running and galloping through the meadow. It may not happen overnight. You're not gonna feel it, but I guarantee if you do something for at least 21 days, it's always the case. Do something for at least 3 weeks, and then try to go without it, and then you will notice a difference. You will notice a difference in how you feel, and you'll be like, wow, okay, so I did have more energy. I feel really tired now. I feel really groggy now. Everything's not moving like it's supposed to be moving. You know what I'm saying? Like how things are supposed to move in and out your body. You will notice a difference. So that's my little do say senteis about healthy lifestyle. All right, Nicole.
All right, can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yay! I'm
excited. I think Nicole's going to make a recipe.
I am! So I can't see if my screen is switching, but when I talk, I think you guys can see me. Are you seeing me? All right, and I'm on the big screen? Yeah! I am tech savvy and ready to go. Mo is awesome, and I agree with everything she says. She is right on the money. We've seen the results, Every time I turn around, her skin is getting brighter and more vibrant, and I'm like, she is drinking those smoothies, you know what I mean? Because she's looking really good. So, aside from smoothies, we're going to do food. So, I'm going to be showing you one of my favorite recipes, and as many of you guys know, on NaturalNicole.com, I follow a weekday vegetarian lifestyle. So what that means is that Monday through Friday, I only eat vegetables. Well, no, that sounds crazy. That's not even real life. No. Monday through Friday, I don't eat meat. That's more realistic. There we go. Because I still eat rice. I still eat breads. I still, you know, like I'm a real person. And honestly, if you put really good chicken in front of me, I'm going to eat that too once in a while. But I don't eat meat. You know what I mean? Like I don't, like I try not to. We don't buy it anymore. So, what I'm going to be demonstrating for you is like the type of meal that I quickly throw together. It takes about 5 minutes to like 10 minutes to pull together. And then, you know, it bakes in like 12 to 15 minutes and you've got dinner. And it has no meat. It is very filling. It is high nutrient, low calorie, and it doesn't taste like you're eating diet food. And because it isn't diet food, it's just healthy food. And kids love it. It's like kid friendly, like so they don't know any better, which is good because I know that that can be tough, right? And you want to pay attention because after it's all done, I'm gonna have a quiz question. So stay alert. And and the prize. Let me just because you know y'all are like quiz and for what? So you're like I've got prizes. Worth $75. Woo! And it's a winter protective package. Yes, because I know the season's getting cold, it's getting dry out there, so I got you. You're going to have 2 bundles of water wave hair because you guys know that I love my crochet braids. So I'm going to hook you up, crochet braids, the tutorials on my blog. There's going to be lotion because being ashy is not cute. This is from Queen Helene, cocoa butter. Hair sealant because, you know, you got to keep the moisture in from DNA. I know, right? You're like, ooh, all this? No, Jonna, you can't enter. No, Mo, you can't enter. Yeah. ORS hair repairs, sulfate-free invigorating shampoo because those protective styles, you know, got to keep the scalp clean. A bonnet because, you know, we can't be living that cotton pillowcase lifestyle. I'm not about that, especially in the winter. Breakage is not cute. Got you. Pantene Pro V Argan Oil Shine Serum so you can keep your crochet braids looking fresh. And the last item is my issue of Hype Hair magazine. And I say my, but honestly, Jonna's in it too, and she has a bigger picture and it's cuter. But we're both in this issue as featured members of their Hype Hair blogger network. So you get to have them too. That is like for real. So aside from knowing what you're going to eat for dinner, you're about to get hooked up like for the winter. So you're welcome. Love you. All right. So here we go. Let's get cooking. So we're going to be making one of my favorite dishes. It's, oh, there's my head. You're just looking at my boobies. It's nice, but you know, the husband would like it. He's here. I'll have him come say hi later. So, all right, we're going to be making one of my favorite dishes, and this is essentially a quick pizza. I call it a pizza because it's all the same ingredients in theory, but minus the meat, minus the extra cheese, minus the high-fat ingredients, and upping the veggies. And it still tastes just like anything from like Pizza Hut or Domino's, if not better. So what we're going to have in it is it's going to have, we start with just like a regular pizza dough. Using fresh ingredients is a big factor in having food that tastes better, and fresh ingredients have less preservatives, less chemicals, and they're just better for you. So if you can buy pizza dough from your local grocery store, all you do is go to like the deli section, and they often have it right back there. And I got this at Giant in Baltimore, and it's cheap. It's only like $1.99, and I divide one into like 4. So it's just fresh pizza dough. Mozzarella shredded cheese, and this is only 70 calories a pouch, reduced fat, part skim. That sounds crazy, but you gotta pay attention to those labels. This is just an easy way to cut extra calories. If you only grab the regular stuff, it's double the calories, and it tastes the same. So like, what's the point? And then spinach. I bought the organic stuff just because it was in a box, but you can buy any type. Like, my parents are African. I ate non-organic my whole life, and I'm still here, so I'll be all right. But if you want to be organic, buy this. Broccoli. Bell peppers. So I use 3 different types just because the colors are pretty and I'm trying to be fancy. You guys see, I pulled out all the stops for you. And spinach. And I actually have zucchini here, but you don't have to use it, but I have it here. You're going to need pizza sauce. And I'll have the full recipe posted on my website, naturalnicole.com, so that way you can have everything right there. So don't worry about writing all this down, but you can see how it works. Minced garlic, if you're interested. And that's pretty much it. In terms of seasonings, I like to use chili pepper flakes because I like it a little spicy. I like it a little spicy. Who says that? Like garlic powder and Italian seasonings. When you're trying to eat healthily, and you're using a lot of vegetables, realistically, a lot of us either aren't used to eating vegetables a lot as a primary part of our dishes, or we are honestly just like, it tastes funny. I mean, so that's just keeping it all the way real, right? Seasoning is everything. What you may not know is most meat just tastes like if you were to bite into your arm. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just like basic, like, it doesn't have a flavor. What you're tasting are seasonings. If you use those same seasonings in your veggie cooking, you're taking in a lot of those elements too. And I always have salt and pepper. That's primarily because I watched an episode of Top Chef one time because I think I'm fancy. And on the episode, this guy got kicked off because he was cooking and he was like, yeah, no, I didn't, like, he put his dish out and they were judging it. They were like, you didn't use any salt? That is like Chef Cook 101. Like, who does it? They just sent him away. I thought his dish looked nice. So needless to say, I always have my salt out. If you have high blood pressure, you can always choose saltless seasonings like Mrs. Dash and things like that. But a little dash of salt ain't gonna kill you, and it'll taste a whole lot better. So I'm making it on like my mini toaster oven tray. So it's like personal pan pizza. You can make one of these, but I usually use all of the dough and make it on a big cookie tray. So you spread out your dough on a non-stick, fat-free, spray-lined cookie sheet. I know you guys are like, really? All she's doing is making pizza? I don't know how to make a pizza. That's crazy. But it makes a difference. I swear, it tastes really good. And then you take your sauce. This is pre-made sauce. You can just find it in any section of the store. And any section. That makes no sense. You can find it in the like pasta sauce section of the store. And it's not refrigerated, so that's easy. But after you open it, you refrigerate it. And then you go ahead and spread that around. Easy. Spread your sauce. And I know that like a lot of people, like, so the reason why I'm showing you this, I know it seems like a quick thing, but the reason I'm showing you is because a lot of people have a tendency to buy the pre-made stuff. Like we get like those box DiGiorno's and those box whatevers. We're going to add our veggies now in order. So we're just going to just throw on as much as you like or as little as you like. Add mushrooms, or if you're a mushroom person, I'm not, chopped tomatoes. I mean, you can't go wrong. The more veggies, the better. So, you know, that's the whole point of this, right? You know, so I'm adding all the veggies. But what I was saying is a lot of people buy these box ones, and we buy like DiGiorno, whatever. And we do that because it's easy, it's fast, it's already pre-made, whatever. But the actual like 10 minutes that it takes to just throw this together and put it, not only does it taste better, it's cheap, okay? It's like, I mean, you can get like 3 pizzas out of one of these things of dough, feed all your family, and it's so much better for you. Do you know the type of chemicals that go into pizza whenever it's preserved? Ugh. Spinach. And this is usually where I go ahead and if you can see this, I don't know if you guys can see this. I'm going to do the like TV thing, the Rachel Ray. Y'all watch Rachel Ray. I'm going to do the TV thing where you're like, look at how beautiful this is really coming together beautifully. I feel like this, I need the husband to say that. Husband, how's this look?
Oh, that's beautiful.
They can't hear you. Tell them how beautiful it is.
It's so beautiful.
See? So it's like, you know, lots of pretty colors. This also makes a really good appetizer whenever you have people over. You can actually just cut it into nice little strips and serve it as like an hors d'oeuvre type thing, and it's just veggies. So it's like a flatbread type thing. So I'm going to sprinkle some cheese on. And usually, honestly, the only thing I don't measure when I'm making this dish is my veggies. Any other topping that goes on here, like the cheese, I usually measure out about 1/4 of a cup because that's 1 serving, just so I'm aware of how many calories are going into it. So I didn't measure it now just because I'm hungry and I'm just throwing this together. Don't judge me. But typically you want to measure it out. So, and I don't go too heavy on the cheese. It's not necessary. But you can see there's some cheese on there. So now we've got nice layers going on. And now it's time to season. Now my parents are African, so I'm going to back up a little so you can see me. Can you still hear me? Good. Okay, great. So my parents are African, so that means that I over-season everything and I add spices. So, and I know some of y'all like who follow me are Caribbean or Haitian, you know, or just from the South. Like, you feel my pain. You know what it's like. We season. So I just add I prefer fresh ground black pepper because I'm bougie. It doesn't make a difference. A little bit of salt, which makes sense. Some Italian seasoning. That's easy. It's a lot messier because I'm trying to like stay in my time zone. How am I doing on time, Jana? 15 minutes?
I keep forgetting I'm on mute. Yo, you're doing fine on time.
Awesome.
15 minutes.
Nice. So a little bit of garlic powder and my crushed chili flakes. Fortunately, even though I'm African, the husband, you know, he definitely likes to, he's aware of the chocolate situation, and he's all about African food and spices, so I can go crazy, and he doesn't mind. All right, so that's it. Pulled together like that. So I'm going to throw this in, and we have 15 minutes, so now I can answer questions, and I can chat more about weekday veg while this cooks, and I'll pull this out so you can see the finished product. I'm baking it on 450 for 15 minutes.
Now, Nicole, while you're doing that, I just want to ask you a quick question.
Sure.
About the veggies that you put on there. Are there certain veggies that, you know, because I know all vegetables are different and cook at different times and all that kind of stuff. Is there any vegetables that you say, this is probably not something you want to put on the pizza?
That's a great tip. So one of the reasons why I picked this is it's pretty much fail-proof. You're only cooking it in the oven because you need your bread to rise, because you're using that raw dough. So everything else really, like, that's the nice thing about vegetables. You can eat these raw. Like this is, I don't like raw peppers, but you know, but you know what I mean? It's one of those things. You can eat these raw, so you can't really go wrong. I prefer to cook my veggies a little bit like soggier, you know. My husband likes them, you know, very crunchy still, so it's up to you. But, you know, I had pizzas before. Mushrooms, spinach, zucchini, eggplant. You can cut eggplant and slice it and put that on there. Onions. I mean, you really can put everything onto a piece of bread and bake it. And if you add cheese, it tastes good. So you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. One thing I recommend, if you're worried, one of the things that comes up a lot is protein content. And whether or not, you know, I'm not eating meat. So that means that, you know, I'm not getting protein and I'm a die and my hair is going to fall out because, you know, protein, you know, I got to keep my fro right. Like, look, you can get tons of protein. Spinach is one of the, it's got tons of protein in it, and it's got iron, and it's complex and good for you. Your body absorbs it better than just like any old steak. And it's more than enough to get you filled up. And what I do is I also use meat replacements. So you guys have probably seen that I talk about using like Morningstar crumbles, which are like soy protein crumbles. And I use like other meat replacements like Light Life burgers and things of that sort. And this is an example. This one's called corn. So you can get this at Target, and it's in the meat alternatives aisle, which is like a new aisle. So it actually has a sign that says meat alternatives, because this really is picking up. It's like very normal to, you know, switch out 1 or 2 meals with something that isn't meat. You know, like just take it out. You know, add this to your spaghetti sauce instead of, you know, adding in beef. You won't know the difference. Like some of you guys have done that with a ground turkey, right? And you're like, oh, this like basically tastes like beef. I wouldn't have even known the wiser, you know? So it's like really, it's one of those things that it's just very like amazing how easily it integrates, you know? So this is corn, meatless crumbles. And let's see here. And I want to make sure you guys can see it. Is that showing up for you, Donna? There. Because everyone always asks about these sorts of things. Can you see that okay? Great. So the reason why I like corn meatless crumbles is because a lot of people are like, well, I don't want to use meat replacements because they are they have a lot of soy, and some people have concerns with that. Or if you're one of my curlies that's a little more advanced in age, and you're dealing with hot flashes and your estrogen, soy is known to have a lot of estrogen in it, so you may want to avoid soy-free products for whatever reason. Corn is actually made of a mycoprotein, which is basically like mushrooms. It's like a it's gonna sound weird, fungus, you know, because that's what mushroom is. But it's made of like a mushroom type of product, and you know, like some grains and things like that. And this mess tastes just like ground beef. Like It tastes just like ground beef. I just take this, I go ahead and cook it up with some onions, add a little onion powder. I fry this in advance, like in a pan with some olive oil, and then I just add it to my pizza. It's usually like the thing I put on right before the cheese. But you can see it, it already looks like ground beef, just frozen, you know? And when you start cooking it up, it literally, like, you smell it, like, the hubbing comes in, everyone comes in, they're like, this smells good, this is delicious, and it tastes exactly the same. So this is a simple example of something you can throw into pasta sauce or onto this pizza. It tastes really, really good. So that's like an easy, and this is straight protein. This has as much protein as any like ground beef or steak, and it tastes exactly the same. And it's, what is it? I think it's like a fourth less calories. So if you're talking about a normal serving having 400 calories, this only has 110 calories per serving. So think about that calorie-wise. People ask, how did you lose all the weight? Well, I lost the weight by just changing out my meats. If I were to take out ground beef from this meal, I've instantly removed 300 calories a serving without taking any food off my plate. So I'm still full, but my waist is looking a little bit more snatched. So, were there any other questions about like the recipe or weekday veg or how that works?
Well, I'll ask, and Mo, if you you can answer this question too, because both of you guys are, you know, incorporating the meatless meals either for a total lifestyle change or just as a part of your healthy lifestyle. So I think a lot of people are concerned about the meatless substitutes,
right,
and how that goes with like the whole clean eating concept. So a lot of people are doing the clean eating where they're not eating processed food, so much processed food, but of course things that are meatless, they are processed.
Absolutely.
So you're taking something and making it like it's something else. So what are your thoughts on that? Do you feel like it's just sort of like two in one hand, half a dozen in the other?
Sure.
What are your thoughts on using the meat substitutes, you know, versus somebody that says, well, I want to eat clean?
Absolutely. That's such a good question, and it comes up, and I thought about it because I've been living this way now for over a year. And you're right, this is processed, you know what I mean? This is a processed grain, you know, but so is this pasta sauce. You know, this is not a tomato, you know what I mean? And I'm not cutting down tomatoes. I understand the concern of eating processed food, and absolutely this would not fall into a category of clean eating. If you are making this, we made this dish without any sort of processed meat on it, that's an option. So, you know, meat is indeed an extra option, or faux meat, meatless meat. But in terms of my health, what I found was when I first started the weekday vegetarian diet, the concept of having meals that didn't have a meat-like dish on there was so foreign that this just kind of helped me get accustomed to it. You know, so I was doing things like Boca burgers, which are like meatless chicken type patties, faux chicken, you know, Morningstar sausage in the morning, because I was just so used to having that meat there. I needed something that tasted good and looked like it, you know. But what happened after a while was I just didn't feel like it anymore. Like the veggies were enough and it was just extra, and like, so I keep those things around and occasionally I'll throw it in, but I don't rely on it anymore, you know. I'm used to this. This is comfortable for me. So this is good for the kids, you know, get them used to it. They don't know. I don't know, Mo, what do you think?
Mo, you there? She got us turned all the way.
But she might be on mute, but no worries. But yeah, it definitely is one of those things where I think that, like, if you're clean eating and you're all about veggies and stuff like that, you're probably not going to want to do this. Also, if you're clean eating, heck, you're probably not even going to want to do cheese, because cheese, you can buy organic, pure, clean, raw, whatever, but realistically, if you're truly clean eating, that's a huge jump from eating at McDonald's, you know. And I think that, like, one of the things that makes this effective is that this is just making slight modifications to things that you already do to instantly cut out a chunk of calories without losing the familiarity and the full belly.
Now, what do you say, and I did a blog post about this one time before, but I wanted to get you guys, and Mo, if you are there, like, turn off your mute, turn on your
I'm in!
If she's there. She may be, you know, she might have to take a break. And so I did this blog post on reasons to live a healthy lifestyle outside of losing weight. So a lot of people think the only reason why they need to consider being a vegetarian, consider a healthy lifestyle, is if they're overweight. If they're happy with the way their body looks, if they are slim, some people feel like, oh, I don't need to worry about eating healthy. Or, you know, you have those people, and we all know somebody who eats like a hippopotamus.
Yes.
The hippopotamus, they don't even eat meat, so that was a bad example. I don't think. Anyway, so like they eats like a horse, that eats like nonstop, eats all the fat foods, all the fast food, and they're still slim.
Sick, right?
So like, what do you say to that person who's watching and like, oh, I don't need to worry about that. I'm young, or you know, I like the way my body. I don't want to lose none of my junk in the trunk. You know, like, what do you say to that person about the benefits of incorporating some of these healthy lifestyle things outside of it, not just being about weight loss?
Absolutely, and that's health and wellness. You know, there's a reason why that wellness is there, because you just want to make sure that you feel well every single day. And it's the same thing I would say to the person who is super overweight and knows that they're unhealthy and needs to lose the weight, and it's the exact same message. Healthy lifestyles and making healthy choices is about living a long time and extending your life and your quality of life. It's not, weight loss is a byproduct of your body flushing and rejecting and getting rid of something that had no business being there in the first place. So if you don't have any issues that way, you know, if you're normally slim, you can be skinny fat. Your heart can be completely clogged. Your arteries can be filled with fat, for all you know. I'm not trying to scare any of you skinny girls out there, even though I secretly hate you, so whatever. But, you know, your arteries can be totally clogged. So, I mean, eating well, like all of our lungs, like, you know, my chunky body, look, like I have a skinny girl's heart. I have a skinny girl's lungs, okay? You know, it's all the same inside. So I need to, like, treat it well, and I need to do the right things. So this, I think that, like I mentioned on my blog, you know, and I think you talked about it too, Jonna, just integrating things to live a better existence, you know what I mean? It's like going natural. We did it because, not because I necessarily wanted Jonna's fro, even though I would, don't fall asleep, I would cut it and take it. But we did it because, you know, we were like, look, we need to do this differently. We can't just put chemicals in every day. It's too expensive. There are lots of reasons. Not because I knew I was going to have, you know, Jonna's curls and texture and like, it can't be about one reason. So we did it because, like, we don't have kids yet, even though you guys all of you guys stay talking about, when are the babies coming? Stop it. Don't curse me. But the husband, we were just like, we can't even have kids until we have our eating right, you know, because we can't just eat like McDonald's and steak and potatoes and be lazy and then bring little people into this world. I'm not trying to have chunky kids. That's expensive, you know, like you know, and I want them to live well, you know what I mean? So that's why, you know, getting our eating right was about doing the right thing by us and our family. But losing the weight was a byproduct, and I feel like we won because of it. So, oh, I'm going to check on our dish. Did I answer your question, Jonna?
Yes, she did. And
I think that our pizza's almost ready. Do you have any other questions?
No, I just have a comment, but go ahead and get your pizza.
Okay, cool.
Shout out to
I'm still here.
Kenny, who's watching. She said that you are hilarious. You are her friend in her head now.
Well, I only got to be your friend in your head. So if I show up, like, are you saying you'd be like, oh, no, don't let her in, though. Don't let her in. No, if I show up at your door, I expect a plate.
You would totally get one from Candy, too. She's so sweet. That's Ms. Natural Life on Instagram, YouTube, all of that.
Yeah, oh my gosh, hey!
She would totally let you in, and her and hubby, they would totally feed you.
Oh, thank you.
I know she would.
That's great. Hubby doesn't know how to act, though, so. You guys have witnessed that, right? So
yeah.
I know we're going to wrap up soon, so I'm going to announce the giveaway. We're going to pick a giveaway winner with a trivia question, and I want to show you the finished product. So I went ahead and pulled this out, and you can see that the bread has risen and all that good stuff. It's not as brown as I like, so I probably put this in for another few minutes, but let's pull this up. I don't know if you guys can see it. I normally leave it in a little longer, but you can see that the bread has risen. It's a lot chewier, and it's all melted. And that's it. It smells really good too. I don't know if you can smell it. I'm about to throw it back in because this is dinner. You know, this might have been like a little.
I don't know if we can smell it.
Yeah.
No, we can't smell it.
But you know.
We can't smell it. No, that actually.
We don't waste food around this house, so.
Now that looked really good.
Yeah, and it tastes so good. And how long did that take? We put it together. We put it in the oven. We took it out like another few minutes so it's browner because I like it browner. And we'd have dinner just like that.
Wow.
Vegetarian.
And that's something that anybody, you know, whether you have, you know, the husband, you have the kids. I know a lot of women feel like, well, they can't eat healthy, or they have a, not that they can't, but they really have a struggle eating healthy because the people in their family that they have to cook for also, their husband, their kids.
Right.
They're like, they're not on the healthy lifestyle. They're not trying to lose weight. So you have to cook something else for them and then cook something for you. I know even with my husband sometimes, he's like, I'm not trying to lose weight. I want to eat this and I want to drink that, you know. And he's a naturally slim and muscular guy. He don't have to do much of anything. He's one of those people that can eat burgers and fries, and all he has to do is go to the gym and do a couple curls like this, and
man,
no, he's one of those people that on the outside, but you know, we're getting a little old, so I'm trying to tell him, you know, it's all about what's going on the inside, less about what's going on the outside. Yeah, you look great on the outside, but you want to be healthy on the inside, because you know, once you start seeing those gray hairs start popping out, that's when you know, when your kid is, you know, his daughter is 18. She's about to graduate from high school. Once you have kids that are grown, that's when you are officially old. So you need to take care of yourself so you're around for their kids.
I hear you.
To run around with them. So I like that recipe because it's something that is classic. It's like the quintessential party food, like family night.
Absolutely.
Many families have like pizza night.
Absolutely. Get the kids
want to make something. That's something you can make with the kids.
Absolutely.
Or with the husband. You could just have on just the apron and nothing else on.
Whoa.
Make, I don't know if it's just you and the hubby, you know, and you can make pizza like that. Or if you had a kid, that's for married. That's for the married folk now. I'm saying that for the married folk. That's my disclaimer. If you're not married, that's you on your own with that.
Or if you're single, if you're single, you know, go ahead, butt naked. You enjoy it. Get your wine. Watch the Scandal, girl. Live that life.
Or if you have kids, you know, that's something that you can get them involved in. And I know that I don't have my own kid, but I know from having my stepdaughter, especially when she was much younger, and you did that kind of stuff for your kids. You know, now she's grown, she can cook for herself. I just want her to just go cook. I don't want to help you. I just want you to go in there and cook. You know, but when she was smaller, you know, they wanted to play with it. And if they made it, if they helped make it, 9 times 10 they will eat it, even if it's all veggies.
Yes.
Because they made it, so they want to taste it and see what it tastes like.
Absolutely. And like, honestly, like, I'm like a 6-year-old, the husband's like a 6-year-old. That's why we like this stuff. You get one of these pizza dough packets, divide the dough into like 4 little things, and have them all make their own mini pizza with the toppings that you want. Cut it up in advance. This could be a party, a play date. You have people come over, make them wash their hands because kids are trifling, Ebola. But you just go ahead and, you know, they all can make their own little pizzas. And then you put it in the oven, and then that's it. It's delicious. And it teaches them, too. Like, they need to be empowered to know how to eat. You know what I mean? So it's amazing and delicious. Oh.
Mo said no one is making naked pizza.
Well, I'm not eating at anybody's house if they're making naked pizza. No offense. So please.
That's for, like, date night. That's like a date night thing.
Yeah,
listen, you've been married as long as I've been married, you might want to consider making. Consider it. That's all I'm saying. You got to do something different.
Look, Jonna, there is not enough hand sanitizer in the world for me to eat any sort of naked pizza that the husband is making. Sorry. I love you, babe, but no. No.
You make him put on you make sure he stays fully clothed.
I mean, if they sell disposable aprons, so that was the wait, y'all. That was the recipe.
Okay, so look, I'm like, back to the family recipe, kid-friendly recipe. Sorry.
But yeah, so that was the recipe, John. Can we pick a winner for the giveaway?
Oh, let me see. Hold on. Because Mo keeps commenting. Oh, what did they have to do? Did they have to answer a question?
Yeah, trivia question. So I'm going to have the hub-in come and ask the trivia question, and then whoever gives the first correct answer, everyone can just like respond to the chat and spit out those answers, and Jonna, you can tell me what they are, and that's going to be our winner of the $75 prize package winter protective style giveaway. So the hub-in, come on over. Everyone, here, so they can see you.
Okay.
Here's my lovely assistant, the hub-in.
Hello.
You have to project so they can.
Hello.
Okay, yeah, no, you could just.
Okay, I'm ready.
So,
This is normal.
so the question we're gonna ask. Oh, we get a chair. So the question is, it's.
I know it.
Oh, you already know it. Okay, go ahead.
What month and year did Nicole start with weekday vegetarianism as a lifestyle?
Yes. And he's saying Nicole because he wasn't all on board. I converted him. No joke. He ate lunch, like turkey sandwiches for lunch for like literally, how long was it? 3 months?
Probably like, yeah, 3-4 months.
Resistant, this guy. Until he was like, oh, you're looking good, babe. You're looking good. I'm like, now when?
I still lost weight.
He did lose weight. By the way, so like by the time I lost 65 pounds, he'd lost 35 pounds. And that was eating turkey sandwiches every day for lunch and vegetarian only for breakfast and dinner. So, and that was just by accident, just because I was like, look, you can eat that for lunch outside the house, but if you come home, it's going to be vegetarian. So get on the ship or stay somewhere else. I'm just kidding. I didn't say that.
No, she didn't say that.
No, she didn't say that.
But I was too lazy to make food for myself, so.
And that was it, and he lost all that weight. So the details are everywhere. So what month and year? Do we have any responses?
Not yet. I'm posting a question on Twitter. Like,
Woo!
I feel bad because I totally missed that one.
Oh.
How did I even miss that? I don't even know the answer. Like, I can't even give people hints because I don't know. I know you said it, but I was just intrigued by the people.
We'll ask a second. We'll give it one more minute, and if we don't have one, we'll ask a new question.
What?
Whoa! he's like, what? Do we get any answers?
Let me see.
We'll ask a new question.
Let me make sure nobody answered it yet.
I know, people will be hyped. They'll be like, that is my crochet hair.
Well, because you know what? It's like there's so many different places that people can leave comments, so I have to keep like checking all over. Hold on.
At least they come in at a certain time so you can know. And the answer is also available for the watchers on NaturalNicole.com. So if you head right over there, one of the featured posts is my weekday vegetarian post right at the very top. And if you click on that, it'll have the answer right there. So, and it's important to like save that link because it answers a lot of the questions about the who's and the what's and the how's that we talked about here today. So.
Well, even if nobody answered the question, I have someone that I want to give the giveaway to. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why she should win. But I'm gonna keep looking. If nobody answers this question.
That is so funny, Jonna. I feel like that's a little shade. Like you're like, look, I have a protective package for you. I know someone with dry hair.
No. No, if nobody, I'm gonna keep looking. If nobody answers, no, I'm gonna tell you exactly why I think she should win it. Okay.
Awesome.
I don't see.
It's a good.
Okay, I'm gonna check one more time. I'm checking Instagram. I'm checking everywhere.
Yeah, it's a good prize package. So, like, if you have never done crochet braids, and the color's #1. Maybe I need to make it more like I need to sex it up. Hubbin, here, go ahead. You can talk about it. Isn't that great? I said sex it up, and I tell the Hubbin. So let's tell him a little. Wait, what are you doing? What's this?
I'm trying to add a little sex appeal.
No, not the sex appeal. So we're going to talk about this hair. So this is a Q by Milky Way Water Wave, number 1, 2 bundles. Ooh, yes. You want some of this. Oh, yeah. And then, you know, I mean, while you're getting your hair done, you can take it to the shop for your crochet braids, and you can read this Hype Hair magazine. Oh, yeah. Ooh, Hype Hair magazine. Who doesn't want that? And dry hair's not cute. Let's get that hair butter. We're talking about health, but this is butter that is good for you. Yes. No, it's good stuff though. I was like, oh, maybe I should keep this. But you know, I'm in a giving sort of mood, so. Ew.
Well, it's all about giving today.
This is what I'm talking about, married people. You see what I'm saying? You can't say stuff like that, Jonna. I'm like, I'm in a giving sort of mood. He looks at me like, really? No, I'm about to give you dinner. You're welcome.
He's like, so about this naked pizza.
See? I know naked pizza is not a thing unless you're in the Scott Blake house. It's not a thing, though. I'm just letting you know. It's not a thing.
Now you got me looking to see if I can find the answer, but I'm not going to tell anybody.
Everybody's talking about naked pizza now. I feel like, you know, we're about to open a shop. So I took the pizza out. We're officially done, so I gave it an extra few minutes. You can see it's nice and brown.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to go ahead and cut into it since we're here. And if you look at, and we can ask a backup question. Let me know if you want one, Donna. And then let's go ahead. Are you going to try this, Evan?
Of course.
Of course.
I might want to give it a minute to let it cool like something.
Can you grab a plate?
Yeah.
Thanks. No, it's right there.
Oh. Okay.
Could be delicious.
Let me make sure.
Ooh, do you see that steam? I feel like, you know, all that naked pizza talk, now everything has like a little connotation. See, people always are like, oh, single people are the ones who have the hot lives. No, being married is all the time, everything. All right.
Okay, so since nobody dared to answer the question.
Uh-oh.
Oh, wait a minute.
Look at that. Look at all those veggies.
You can't answer, Mo.
There you go.
Mo can't win, right?
No, Mo can't win that. I literally just saw her yesterday, and while she wasn't looking, I touched her hair, and her ends were very moisturized. No, Mo, you cannot win. I want to win!
Tried it.
She just told me, she was like, I want crochet braids. Stop it, Mo. Stop it.
Exactly. I was like, I need that hair.
No, yeah, see, I'm on to you. I have your number. Walk to the beauty supply store. It is a health segment. Burn those calories. Get your own hair. You're a blogger. Stop it.
Yeah, sorry, you can't. Well, now I'm definitely gonna have to put it out there because Mo already said it was the correct answer, though.
And that is the correct answer. So the other question is easy. This was just a few minutes ago. Oh, how's it taste? It's good?
Mm-hmm.
He's like, you want to try another question?
Yeah. What was the? His mouth is full. That's what. See, it's like you're supposed to be my like.
I got it. I'm good now.
Look at this. His shine time. You see this, guys? He doesn't even have natural hair. Messed up.
It is totally natural.
You see that? It's totally natural.
Yeah, I grew it all myself.
I can't. I'm through. All right, go ahead.
What was the brand name of the meat replacement that my lovely wife, showed a few minutes ago? And
this is the meat replacement. What was the brand name? It's soy-free. It's available at Target in the meat replacement aisle. And it's delicious. They're actually, the company is based out of the United Kingdom, out of London. This is the #1 meat replacement product in Europe. So like in Europe, they serve this like in restaurants. Like it's something you can order. And they prefer it over tofu. Because I just know facts like that. And now you do too. People are like, oh, Nicole, you're so extra. What's the brand name?
Let's see if nobody answers this
products.
one. If nobody answers this one right, besides Mo,
this one,
I'm just gonna pick.
Look at Target. Look up meat alternative brands at Target. You can Google that. I mean, like, I bet some of you guys are on your phone. Some of you guys are Googling frantically. I mean, this is the easiest way to get $75 in hair products, like, in your entire life. I'm glad you're just eating the whole time.
I know the answer, but I can't tell anybody.
I know. Literally, the husband got on here to be my assistant to eat pizza. like he's like, oh, I'll help. I want to announce stuff, and he's like, my mouth will pull the whole time. Are you really eating all of that pizza? We just had dinner, you guys. Like, we just had like a late lunch, you know. So I was like, oh, a mini one. We'll eat it later, you know. And then this guy is good though. Yum, yummy. And it's crazy. People don't even think that it's stuff like this is vegetarian. You can, like, remove meat from things and instantly make it a vegetarian thing. So if you're going to eat it for breakfast, eggs, bacon, toast, fruit, and yogurt, get rid of the bacon, it's vegetarian. Just like that.
All right. Well, I'm still checking to see if anybody answered. Some people were like, can you repeat the question? Can you repeat the question? I missed it.
Oh, yeah. The question is.
Oh, we got somebody. We got somebody.
Uh-oh, we have a winner.
Except she spelled it wrong, but I think we're going to take it. She spelled it K-O-R-N.
That is correct.
You going to take it?
The brand of meatless, soy-free meat replacement is corn. And it's available at Target. And that is not a sponsored ad. I actually think it tastes good. I know some bloggers be on that sponsor. No. It's just good. Yay!
So congratulations. Congratulations, Mimi Mason.
Mimi Mason! Say hi to Mimi.
Google.
Hi,
Yay. I think she's watching on YouTube.
Oh, yay! Watching on YouTube. Thank you. I really appreciate it. My 200 clicks. John is laughing now. So's Mo.
Stop.
180 of those were mine, and I'm like, I'm on YouTube. Thank you, Nene. And yay for your hair price package. Woo! Email me.
I'm like, somebody's going to answer these questions. Somebody's going to get them right.
I know. Email me at CurlsnMoNapturalNicole.com and send me your mailing address, and I'll send it out to you. I'll maybe even include some family pictures of us. You know, just go ahead and have that. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Now, okay. Tell me your email address again.
The email
she should email
naturalnicole@gmail.com. Natural with a P. Naptural Nicole@gmail.com. Send it out to me, and I will put your package in the mail, and you'll get it, and it'll be great, and I'm excited.
Yay! Well, thank you guys for joining.
Yes, of course, thank you.
This brings...
Yay! And you did it!
Live stream to an end.
Charity drive! Woo!
You guys did amazing. Thank you, Nicole. +1. Thank you, Mo. I appreciate you guys for bringing it home.
Yay! All for a good cause. Don't get beat up. Live your life right. Yay!
Get some money. Get some money. Now, give us some of that pizza.
I know. Paper. Stuff's not for free. Stuff's not for free.
She's like, you're going to
make my donation now. So head over to, what is it? curlsforacause2014.eventbrite.com. I'm heading over right now to put in my money too.
Yay!
Yay!
Thank you.
Off I go. Bye, ladies.
Bye.
Bye, Curlies. Bye, Mel.
Bye.
So we ran over a little bit because we did start a little bit late this morning, and Google's gonna kick me off at 5:30 anyway. So I want to thank everybody who tuned in throughout the day and who participated in today's live stream. Like I said, please be sure to check the links in the description box if you're watching this on YouTube, or in the sidebar if you're watching this on Google Plus, we will be raising funds through the end of October. So if you're watching this video and it's not actually October 18th, you're watching this on YouTube as a follow-up and you're just watching different segments, definitely make sure you still donate if it's the month it's not up. If not, just donate and give to the charities in your local area. It's so important. Support the local charities. Like, everybody knows the big name charities, but what about the small charity? What about the small breast cancer awareness group in your town? What about the small domestic violence awareness group in your city that is not well known but definitely needs the support? They need the resources, and maybe even just to volunteer your time, if not your money. So keep those in mind. I want to thank the ladies at Beyond Boobs and Transitions Family Violence Services for letting me support your organizations. And with this event, I know, you guys don't let just anybody work with you guys, so it means a lot to me that you were willing to partner with me on this. I can't wait to see how much money we end up raising at the end. I believe today we raised almost $200. Nice. I think it's pretty good. Like I said, every dollar counts. You'd be surprised what can be done with $200. That's like a couple nights stay for somebody at a domestic violence shelter, just a couple $100. So it does have an impact. It does make a difference. It does support change. So thank everybody for tuning in. And thank all of the participants, everybody who was a speaker. I thank you for volunteering your time and your knowledge and your energies to support me and Naturally Glam and this cause. And I want to thank everybody who has ever participated and supported a Curls for a Cause event. This is the 4th year of me doing this event. Normally, I do the events here in Hampton Roads where I live. And I do like a traditional brick and mortar event. But so many people want to participate, they want to join in that don't live here. So I wanted to create something wherein people from anywhere could watch, learn, be engaged, and also donate funds. I think we had somebody from as far away as the Bahamas who tuned in today. And I thought that was really, really cool. And this allows for that type of experience. So thank you guys. And I know this is going to sound crazy, but I want to give a shout out to Cox Communications for getting my network cable internet connection situated, and a shout out to Muhammad at the Apple online support when I called this morning when I was having those technical difficulties, who was so kind and sweet and was like, oh wow, that's so cool, you're a blogger, and and was like, I want to help you. And I told him about what I was doing today. He was like, I'm going to help you. I normally would just put you on to somebody else, but before I just push you to the next person, I think it's something that I can fix for. I think I can show you how to resolve it, so I'm just going to help you. Like, he totally didn't have to do that. He could have put me on hold for another who knows how long, but he didn't. He just got on the phone and he walked me through it. So shout out to the folks at Apple. That is not a plug, I'm just saying. And again, thanks to everybody for tuning in and supporting. And for those of you who have donated, hold tight. I am going to select some giveaway winners at the end of today based on who donated up until today. But since I did say that we were going to extend the donations beyond today, some of the people that came on later that wanted to sponsor giveaways, those giveaways will be for people who donate after today. So stay tuned for this evening if you made a donation today, and hopefully you won one of our amazing giveaways. Shout out to our giveaway sponsors. We had Curl Collection. Curl Collection, somebody's going to win a box. And we also have a 10% off coupon code for Curl Collection. The code is CURLS, the number 4, a cause. You can go on to curlcollection.com, get your Curl Collection natural hair subscription box for 10% off from today to the end of the month. That's exclusive for today's chat. We're not going to say that anymore. After the 31st is done, right? So she extended that. Shout out to our sponsors, Serenity Bath Body and You, not only is she donating a giveaway, but she's also donating proceeds from any purchases of any products from her site that have the word faith in the product title. If you buy anything with faith in the product title and the product description, she's donated 100% of the proceeds to Beyond Boobs in support of breast cancer awareness. So shout out to her for not only sponsoring the giveaway, but also donating those proceeds. So if you don't win the giveaway, still go and support. Go buy some products, buy some of her faith scented products, and donate that way. You get a product, and she's going to donate the proceeds. Also, shout out to sponsors Gracie's Hair Butter. You can find them at gracieshairbutter.com. She also donated a giveaway. Shout out to Boston Naturals. They donated a Forever 21 gift card, which you just better be glad. I love y'all because I love Forever 21, and I would love a gift card. But she is donating a gift card to one of you guys that donated today. So thank you for that. Shout out to them for donating the Forever 21 gift card. And also, last but not least, we have, and hopefully I'm not missing anybody, we had Sisters with Beauty, and Sisters with Beauty is donating a few prize packs with her Sisters with Beauty t-shirts and other little accessories. I believe she's donating 3 of those gift packs. So shout out to all of our sponsors who donated for giveaways for today. We have a couple more sponsors. Beautiful Curls is donating some earrings from her shop, but that's going to be a post live stream giveaway. So for the people who still donate after today's live stream is over, you'll be entered to win that and a few other giveaways as people are coming in. So thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for watching. I love you all. Thank you all for supporting Naturally Glam in the Curls for a Cause annual events. It means the world to me. It's very important to me to give back. It's very important for me to support. And while I've never experienced breast cancer, or anybody in my family, I've never experienced domestic violence, or anyone in my family, where my husband, though, has experienced domestic violence, I still believe in supporting a cause. It doesn't always have to be about you. It just has to be about seeing somebody else in need and wanting to do what you can to bless them, to be the blessing. If you receive blessings, you should always be thinking of how you can be the blessing to others. And I just wanted to use this platform to be a blessing to others. So while I'm asking for donations from you guys, please believe Naturally Glam is always and will continue to always make a donation from Naturally Glam to whatever charity that I ask you guys to donate to. Believe Naturally Glam at least donates $100, if not more, to that same thing. So I'm not just asking you guys to give money. I'm gonna give money as well. So I just wanted to share that and let you guys know that. And let you guys know that I appreciate you for watching. I appreciate all of the ladies who participated in today's chat. Without you, it would have just been me sitting here for 8 hours, and that would not have been too much fun. You guys were amazing. The feedback all day has been, she's dropping gems. My mind is blown. I'm learning so much all day long. So thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for that. I consider each one of you a friend in my head, and a friend. Some of y'all I've never even met a day in my life. Like Doris, I've never met her a day. I've never met her in person, but she rocks. So thank you all for that. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you're watching this afterwards, make sure you support and check out these speakers that you heard from today. If you like what they had to say, follow them, support them, and support the causes that they support, and support the brands that they promote. And with that being said,
thank you, Jonna.
Oh,
Thank you. This is inspirational. What you've done is amazing.
Jonna, you the bomb.
Thank you. Okay. You're an example for all of us curly girls out here. Just when we get our perfect twist out, use it as a platform. Yes. Thank you, Jonna. Thank you.
That's what Erin told me. She said, "Who cares about the technical difficulties? Your hair is
Your
on."
hair was doing it, boo boo.
I said there's nothing else. I told the Apple dude. I said I gotta put you on hold because I gotta start taking these Swiss out. I'm gonna put you on speaker real quick because I gotta take these Swiss out just in case what you're doing works and this camera pops on.
Oh my God.